than I am. So I wonder where he will be when he'll be 32. That's very nice to see and very admiring. So yeah, I think we have a very strong team here to build a very strong platform. And Steven, I want to thank you for the opportunity for that as well, my man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we have, I'm 52. He's
Mm.
32. We have a really cool eclectic demographic here where we're covering all different sides, right? So Amir will tell you, like he said in the beginning, I come from a very different approach than he does, and my son comes from a different approach. And what I want to do is I want to introduce the 17-year-old prodigy. We call
Hi.
him the technician. His name is Judah, right? And here he is.
Hello.
Let me tell you a little bit about now. Okay, I have a biased opinion. He's my son, but let me tell you some facts. Okay, 15 years old. He wants to learn how to trade. I start teaching the basics how to trade. I give him. I said, when you learn this, Judah, I'll give you 300 euros. He takes 300 euros, turns it to 3,000 euros. Takes the 3,000 euros, turns it to 15,000, and he's 17. So my mind is blown. I know a lot of technical analysts out there. He reminds me of one of my friends, Jason Casper in America, one of the best technical analysts out there. And this is Judah. So Judah, welcome. What's up, man?
Hi. Yeah, I'm more of a I wouldn't say I'm a day trader. I would say I'm a swing trader, almost more like an investor swing trader. So I like to just take a look at the market. I like to buy low and sell high, but there are more stuff that come to. It's not that simple. Just buy low and sell high. It sounds simple, but it's not. And
Yeah, it
I'm
sounds. It's not.
It's not simple, but I just try to do my best to be good at the basics. And I think trading, you should not overcomplicate trading. I think everybody can trade if you have the right mindset and if you can get a control of your emotions. So that's the that's something about me. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, speaking of emotions, the last but certainly not least of the team, certainly the most beautiful of the team, the crypto mom, Rihanna Van Dam. Listen, this woman, not only is she my best trading student that I have, but she is a #1 Amazon best-selling author. She has a book called The Diary of a Christian Crypto Mom. Welcome, Rihanna.
Hello, everybody.
So
Yes.
tell us a little about yourself. What are you doing? How do we know each other? What's your
Uh,
experience?
so I started with crypto 3 years ago, and I found a way to beat inflation for the first time. Yay. And I was like, oh, there must be more to this. So I started praying, Lord, give me someone who can really teach me how to multiply. And boom, there came Steve Kasianenko right on my way. So that was that was April last year, 2025, and since then I spammed him a lot, but he was very kind to help me out. And then I wrote a book. He helped me to write that book, Diary of a Christian Crypto Mom. And yeah, he really helped me, especially with all the drama and roller coaster emotions that come along with it. And before I knew it, I was inside of Veltrixa, and then 4 more women came in. And then just by now, we're with 18 women, 18 crypto babes in Christ. And I guess 5 of them are here right now.
Yeah,
There you are.
we love the crypto babes. Let me see. I think I may have a picture of me and the crypto babes. To be honest, let me see if I can find it. We just had this event with them. I think a couple of days ago, was it not?
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday. I'll show it later. Actually, let me see if I can get it quickly here.
I think it's in your WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds like that's another crypto babe talking. Let's see.
Patricia.
Yeah, I'm gonna share
Yeah, I
my
know where it
screen.
is. Judah is supposed to know where it is.
What is it?
No, hold on. I got. I'm gonna show you. So here's me and the crypto babes. Let me share my screen. So this is what I did over the weekend. I taught a bunch of women how to trade.
Yeah, Yes.
And I know it's a rough life. It's a rough, but someone has to do it, man. Someone's got to make the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
We're
No, but
gonna do it.
they made some great pies and stuff. It was awesome. So now let's get back to what you can expect. Then we're gonna go move right along into the program. So what can you expect when we go live? Again, this week it's on
Need
Zoom.
a
We're
bicycle?
launching. What's that? Oh, I gotta mute you. So what can you expect? Well, we're gonna look at the market from a 30,000-foot view. Like Judith said, we're more swing traders. We could do day trading, scalping, but honestly, you don't want the stress. I'm not kidding. You don't want the stress. I've been doing it for 25 years, and I will tell you, the guy that day trades is not a nice guy. He's not a nice guy. He's not the kind of guy I want to be to my children. He's not the kind of guy I want to be to my wife. He's just a nasty guy, and he's just concerned about charts all day. So we're trying to stay away from that, although we will show you some trades. So we're going to go over the markets, what we see. We got a really good track record, man. Like we've been calling this for a long time. We've been calling exactly what's been happening. We're also going to we're going to look at gold. We're going to look at silver. We're going to look at S&P 500. We're going to look at Tesla, NVIDIA, Apple, Google. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you opportunities to come in on trades, but we're also going to talk about passive income and AI strategies. So you've heard Veltrixa. We're going to talk about Veltrixa. That is our preferred go-to AI trading platform. That is our preferred go-to AI trading platform. And you click the link below. If someone brought you here and introduced you to Veltrixa, you contact them. But if you're new, you click that link, you get started. The other thing we're going to talk about is we're gonna give live daily signal calls or call signals, meaning we're going to give you in a private VIP group starting, I think, next week or in a couple of weeks. We're going to start giving private call signals, meaning people always say, Steve, when you're making a trade, tell me. Well, this is how we're going to do it. Instead of me calling every single person, we're going to say, here's a trade we're making. We're going to show it on a screen. And we're going to do it Monday through Friday, maybe even on the weekends. We try not to trade on the weekends, but man, sometimes they're so juicy. Like this past weekend, like how do you not take these trades? So we're going to have call signals, and we're going to talk about our preferred exchanges. We're going to talk a lot about MEXC. MEXC is allowing you to trade commodities, equities. We're going to go over all that. We're going to talk about staking and mining. So what I'd like to do is let's just start with the program. Now you know what you can expect from us Monday through Friday. Judah, why don't you give us an overview of the market, share your screen, and show us what you got.
Yeah.
And Amir and Rihanna, jump in whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are you pulling up now?
But this is
Actually looking at that gold,
trade
by the way. Gold today is doing some crazy moves. What are you looking at, Judea?
Well,
You're in
this
crypto
is
today?
the Bitcoin chart. I'm more into crypto than into stocks, so my specialty is crypto. Well, as most of you guys know, Bitcoin moves in cycles. So you have a cycle, a bull, that the price goes up. That's called a bull market. And you have a cycle where the price goes down. That's a bear market. And this is the monthly time frame. So every candle, this is a candle, this is a candle, is 1 month. So we're looking at years of price action right now. So that's very interesting. But you can clearly see the price goes up. This is not a coincidence. The market moves in cycles. So this is clearly a bull market. And then all of a sudden the price goes down. It's not a coincidence. It's a bear market. So the price moves in bull market and bear markets. So we had a great bull run. The price goes up. We have consolidation. Price goes up. Price goes up. And all of a sudden, we go down for like 4 months or 5 months in a row. This again is not a coincidence because we are shifting from a cycle. We just shifted about 4 to 3 months ago from the cycle. This is a huge thing in my opinion. We went from a bull run. We had a great bull run. We went from 15,000 to 126,000. We shifted the cycle into a bear market. And a bear market is totally different. Bear market, the price goes down. And how did I know that exactly on this level the price went down? Well, you can calculate how long a bull market will run. So I did my calculations, and it's always based on previous bull runs. And I did a calculation, and it should last about 35 months. So I put a line right here and said, okay, in October 2025, I'm out. I'm out of Bitcoin. It should be a cycle shift, and I'm out. And what can you see? The price exactly this month turned red. It was actually a top, and it shifted from cycles from bull to bear market. And I think a lot of people are so hyped and have so much emotion involved that they say, okay, Bitcoin is going higher, it's going higher, it's going through the roof. And sometimes you just need to accept that the price goes a different direction. And I think we should see the bear market not as not with fear. I think we should look at it as opportunity, because we are able to buy Bitcoin 60, 50% off, maybe even 70% off. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, because you're able to buy at the Bitcoin low. You should see it like this. Imagine buying Bitcoin at 15K again. We're about to experience that this year, in my opinion.
And
So
so just really quick, and we're not saying it's going to 15K. We're going to show where we think
The
it's
kid
going.
is not a financial advisor, ladies
I'm
and
not a
gentlemen.
financial advisor. No.
No, he's a trading prodigy. He's not a financial advisor. He's a trading prodigy.
Yeah.
But
So
here's what's interesting, because I just want to point this out, because in my community, I work with mostly North Americans, Christians, and I kept we have these people saying, "Oh, Bitcoin's just going to keep going up," and I said, "No, we got this cycle. We are coming into a bear cycle," and they always say the same thing. This time it's different. This time, because BlackRock and Citadel and State Street, they got all these ETFs. It's going to be different. And they say that every single bear market. This time it's different. I've seen it 3 times already.
And when it hits the low point, and they always say it's dead.
Yeah.
Right?
So when
When
we
it
call
reaches 15K, they're not buying nothing. They're saying
yeah,
like, "That's it, crypto is dead, Habibi.
exactly,
That's it." You know
that's
it.
that's exactly it. And here's what I love about technical analysis. Technical analysis, it's predicting trends and cycles, right? And these cycles are they've been established for many years. What we don't know is we don't know what's going to trigger the fall. We don't know what's going to trigger the event, but we know it's going to get triggered. So this past weekend, the government shut down in America. Boom, went down to
Yeah.
71K.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I agree with you, Judah. Where do you think this is going? Where do you think the
yeah.
bottom is here?
Yeah. So I think I know like an area where we can bottom out. And I did a calculation. So this is the bull market top from the last bull cycle. That's the bull market top. From the bull market top to the bear market bottom was exactly 12 months. So you go from 1 November 2021 to 1 November 2022. So it's exactly 1 year. So the bear market is that it goes down from high to low is 1 year. And Bitcoin and technical analysis is all based on previous data. And this is and then you're trying to get a pattern. So now I see, okay, from the high to the low, it has been a year. So then now I go into my chart and I say, okay, well, let's say that 126,000 is the high of this Bitcoin bull cycle. Then I fast forward 1 year. So that would be 1 October 2026. So 1 October 2025, the high was made of Bitcoin. And we saw in the last bull run, it took a year for the low to come in. So now I put a line at the low. So that is 1 October 2026. So I expect the low of Bitcoin to be in around October, November, maybe even December of 2026. And that's because of the last bull run. And this is not a coincidence. So I think the low would be in 2026 in October, and I think Bitcoin will probably bottom out between 55K and 45K.
Woo!
Yeah, I think that's my prediction.
Judah,
Hold on, Amir.
yeah.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
I think that's crazy, and that leads me to my next, like the next question that I always like look at the bigger picture when I look at the bottom out. When I ask myself, where is the next? Because I'm thinking the same exact thing, right? I'm also thinking it's going to bottom out, but I always say to myself, okay, so last halving, creating Bitcoin was about $30,000. Nowadays, if we're looking into charts, how much does it cost to generate a Bitcoin, to mine one Bitcoin? So for governments or for a miner, it costs about 60, somewhere around the 60 to $60,000. And as long as there's no major energy shifter like a solar or magnetic or whatever, and as long as electricity runs on the fuel and charcoals and the normal energy resources, then that's the value of Bitcoin. The question that I ask myself is, will we see those 20,000, 15,000 again? Despite the fact that generating one Bitcoin these days costs 60,000. And then if we're looking towards the 2028 next crypto halving, where we're going to have another halving, then one Bitcoin, that means to me, and that's a bigger picture that I always keep in the back of my mind. So in 2028, one Bitcoin, to generate one Bitcoin should be about $100,000. Again, unless there will be some external, very cheap resources mechanism to generate all these mining farms. But when I'm looking at Mercury and all these major projects, Bitfarm, Mercury, Eric Trump, all these, Russia, China, and all these places that are all about crypto, generating a Bitcoin in the States will cost $60,000. But at the same time, we've got countries that are in war, and generating Bitcoin at the same time costs about a few dollars, right? So I don't know how to integrate into all that into the bottom out price. Like where will it drop all the way to? That's my question that I try to understand. But I do believe that we're going to see the 50 and the 60s. I'll be surprised if we're going to go to the 40s, but 50s and 60s, I think we're going to see. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
Don't get me
also,
wrong, I'll still buy more, even
yeah,
if we see 20.
yeah. There's also been an interesting trend in bear market corrections. So in 2011, we also had a bear market, and it was a 94% crash. And then every crash, every correction, it gets lower with percentage. So
Right.
last Bitcoin crash was 77% to the
Hmm.
downside. But every crash gets lower, every bear
Right.
market. So then I was calculating, and I found, so last time was 77%, and we go lower every time. So now I think a crash of 65 is reasonable, and I think it will be pretty accurate. And that's exactly in this green box right here. And if you think about it, we already dumped so much. It's not even that far yet till we start buying Bitcoin again. It's not that far. And
Yeah, that's true. It's
yeah,
not.
it's not
Uh,
that far.
so I want to show you a couple. There's a question in the chat. So does that mean you're shorting Bitcoin? Um, well, I guess the short answer is long term, yes, because the trend is, and I'm going to share my screen real quick.
Yeah.
I'm on MEXC, and if
Are
I
we
go,
talking about leverage trading? Are we talking about spot trading?
well, I'm going to talk exactly about that. So the first thing is,
Because if you're
uh,
going leverage, then you don't want to keep the short too long. You might.
well, let me show you. So if I go into the daily here, this is where we closed the market here, 84.443, 84.5. And then the market opens here. So we've got this massive CME gap. So this looks like it's going to bounce. And we talked about this right before we went on Zoom. In my opinion, it looks like it's a very good chance it can close the CME gap this week, somewhere here, 84.5. And Nick, to answer your question, are we shorting Bitcoin? If I were going to take a trade to short, I would wait for this to come back up, close the CME gap, 84.5, and I'd put a short in all the way down to 70,000. Now, I don't know your financial situation. I don't know how much you have. People, the normal trader will say only risk 2 to 3%. Most of the traders I know don't follow that rule, right? But let's just pretend we're going to follow that rule, 1 to 2% of your capital. Most traders I know are putting in 25, 50%. Would I leverage? Absolutely. I'd leverage anywhere from 50 to 100x. But that also depends on what your appetite for risk is. Like, I love risk. Like, I thrive in it. I thrive in chaos. I love, I love that, so for me, it's not a problem. For some people, too much, right? But let's remember this, the trend. Let me go into the monthly here, because Jude had mentioned this. This is the monthly. I got this blue line here. This was the uptrend, right? Here's the line. We are the third month down. We have broken the channel. We are out of this channel. We are out of the bull market. That is for sure. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you should have listened to us in August when we said, get out. Right? You should have listened
sold
to
my
us.
crypto stocks. Like I got out of crypto entirely.
Yeah.
Like Coinbase stocks, Bitcoin, like the coins that I believe in, obviously I kept on dumping into because that's like my long-term vision. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stocks related to crypto, out.
Agreed. Now, let's talk about metals. Judy, this is also technical analysis, by the way, but let's talk about metals here. Like, this is the silver chart. This has to hold, right? This has to hold. If we break the $70 mark on silver, it's really going to go down. Now, I think we're rallying. Like we're rallying today. So I think silver is going to rally, right? Again, what's causing all this dump? Government shutdown, right? If you look at historically what happens, government shutdown, we usually make up what we lost within the week. War breaks out, within the week we make it back up, right? Ukraine war broke out, we made everything up within a week. Israel goes to war, we made it up within a week.
We didn't finish with Iran. Don't forget that.
Yeah, well, that's also going to make.
We just get started.
That's also going to make this thing dump. But so I like, for me personally, this is not financial advice, but I like silver. I like metals as to mitigate my risk. It's something to store wealth. Let me go into the gold price here. By the way, I'm on MEXC. And you could put trades in 500x with metals. Look, this is gold recovering. Look at this. This would have been, look at this. This, when you have a wick like this, there's a strong chance it's going to come back down to 4,500. But really, gold and silver, this is where people are storing wealth. When there's fear of war, there's lots of war, they go to metals, right, Amir?
Yeah.
That's what they do. Now, I want to say something. If all this looks really, really complicated and hard, you're like, I don't know what they're even talking about. That, friends, is why we want to introduce to you Veltrixa. Rihanna, tell us about Veltrixa, right? It's stress-free trading. Tell us about Veltrixa, then I'll show the webpage.
So Veltrixa is just trading for you. So you have to do it yourself. It's this AI freaking bot doing it for you every day. Every 3 minutes, it's placing a trade. Not every 3 hours. It's crazy.
So let me ask you, you before you went into Veltrixa, you were trading yourself with me.
Yes.
And I remember several times consoling the crypto babe when she had tears coming down her face, right?
Yeah.
How is this? So from trading yourself to having Veltrixa trade for you, what's the difference in your life and in your trades?
Like it's basically stable profit every week, every month. Whatever you put in, 10% is coming out. So it's almost boring. if you
These are the good
compare
complaints.
it
When
to
a company gets that kind of, when a trading company is like, that's a good
It's so
complaint.
boring. I'm getting 120% per year. It's so boring.
So boring.
It's so boring. All right, but go ahead.
You know what I
How's it?
hate? I don't, sometimes honestly, like even with Endotech or even with, you'll see even with this community, as we bring more and more technology and more knowledge, people will start like taking for granted making profits. And I always like try to remind people like a good trade or a good trade, you gotta appreciate that because it's not an easy thing. Like, well, what we're doing is not an easy thing. All these indicators and analysis, man.
No,
Yeah,
and Veltrixa does it for you, right?
yeah. So for me as a mom, I have so much things to do and to handle at the same time. I don't have the hours to watch the screen and stay connected to it and see the candles rise or go down. I did it for a while because I wanted to learn, and I do like the fact that right now the market is going everywhere to get involved again. But in meanwhile, all that time, Veltrixa was doing the job for me, and that's just it's gonna stay that way. And I can add on top of that, I can add some trading or a swing trade whenever I have the time. And that's for me, that's to have various types of investing is very nice for me.
Speaking of various types of investing, next to you is your handsome son. Now,
Yes.
is this young man? Hi there. Does he speak? Hola. He did the one finger salute. Are you involved in Veltrixa as well?
Yes, I am.
You are. So you haven't. How old are you?
I'm 17.
Now, is that for me? I love that. What do you like the fact that your mom got you involved in crypto?
Very much.
Yes,
He's probably the coolest kid in class.
you are the coolest guy. My son teaches his economic teachers about crypto, right? Like so many times they said, Bitcoin's a
It's
scam.
like that's like the when Zuckerberg was in court, eventually it became like a lecture. He's teaching them about the internet and how to make money online, and they're like a bunch of people there. What is this kid talking about? It's like I'm making so much money. So it's like I guarantee that his teacher is listening to him and he's just looking at a different perspective because you can't ignore the younger generation. I tell my people here in Israel because sometimes we're it's funny to me that we're the technology, high tech, whatever, and then sometimes we have so many stupid things around here, and the like the educational plan in schools sometimes it can be so much better in my opinion. And I tell people like, do you know that in China and in the UAE they have AI in school already? Like they study that, they study AI, they study blockchain. So that means that if they study blockchain and AI, in 20 years from now, the next generation that you're going to be buying merchandise from and importing from China or UAE or whatever you're going to do, they're not going to accept fiat currency. It takes too long. It's too much of a hassle. They don't even want. Why the hell would they wait? To me, it drives me crazy when they tell me to wait 24 hours. So for them, it's going to be crazy for someone to tell them to wait an hour. It's going to be crazy. They're going to be like, an hour? I should wait for it for all this money an hour, and I should pay $20 for the transaction? What? No way. So
Yeah,
you have to suck information from them because that's the future.
agreed. And that's so Viltrix, go on, Rihanna.
Yeah, so what I really like is like my boys, Yefta, and then my Judah is on the couch. She's 15. Is the fact that I can teach them already now they're young and don't have much of monthly costs themselves. They actually just have to buy their clothes. That's it. But what I like about this fact is, hello, I'm talking. Thank you. What I like about this, I want to teach them that I was taught you need to work for money so you can live. And maybe I'm a bit lunatic, but I like for them to have money so they can work and do whatever is there on their lives to do. If they have a dream, if God put a dream inside their hearts, that they're able to do it and don't have to do it beside their 9 to 5 job.
I agree. That's one of the reasons I got my kids involved in Veltrix and I got them involved in investments in crypto is because I don't want money to get in the way of what they're passionate and called to do, right?
Yes.
And money gets in the way, but if you have the money already, then do whatever you're called and passionate, what your giftings are.
Yes.
That's a whole different ball game.
Yes.
So I agree with that. In terms of emotions, how are your emotions watching Veltrixa trade for you versus all the technical analysis we just did?
Well, that's what I said. It's all emotionally, it's boring. It's just, and it's fun too, because you just see it growing, but you don't have to do anything for it. So compared to the whole roller coaster of emotion of what my money is going down the drain, or when shall I take it out, or when do I put it in? What shall I do? What if I one time, the first time that I called you was because I really thought that my whole account would blow up and that all the money would be gone. I was freaking out. None of that things are happening with Veltrixa. The only hard thing is a little bit is how to get the money in, how to get the veld in. That's a bit stressful, but once you're in, it's all said and done. So
That's right.
that's amazing.
So, Amir, what's the best way, in your opinion, to get felt for people?
I think that I love the fact that they have it listed on Binance. I really love the fact that they have it listed on Binance. It just gives me it's so easy for me because whenever I earn, for example, I don't know how. I'm guessing that some people on this call are beginning, and some of them are more advanced in trading or generating online businesses or whatever. But to me, when I generate like incomes from whatever online stuff that I have, and I get it in crypto, I can just drive it to my Binance wallet and then just convert it into Veld. And I'm stacking more and more and more and more in my Binance. I have also, it's Veltrixa is going to be bringing the swapping and the DEX swap and all these things that they want to bring into the platform in addition to the staking plan, which I'm very looking forward to. So once that easy system will be integrated into their system, then it'll be also easy to do it on the platform. But as of for now, I'm thinking to myself, keep it simple, right? If I've got the biggest exchange out there, Binance, listing it, I'm just going to have it there in my wallet in Binance, and that's it, and just keep it.
I agree. Binance, OKX, Gate.io. I personally love MetaMask. MetaMask for me, it's decentralized. There's no KYC. I can open up a wallet. I can move money in from a bank to MetaMask. Right now, the bank's going to give you a hassle. That's just how it is, friends. It's getting harder and harder. We talked about this back in
crypto. It's okay.
And so Felt, now let me show you the program here. Let me show you what we're talking about for those of you who don't know. This is Veltrixa. This is now Amir. He represents Endotech, not now, but he works with Endotech for many, many years. He's been with them for a long time, knows Dr. Anna Becker personally. And this technology is pretty much what's running Veltrixa on the back end. And if you go to velt.ai, you can take a look at it. If you want to sign up, there's a link below. Unless someone brought you to this meeting, if you watch this meeting, you were invited by somebody, go back to them. It just works really, really, really well. And again, I like MetaMask for this. Very fast, very, very easy to do. The last
anyone on this call, again, this is not a financial advice. We're just average Joes, but regardless if you're, in my opinion, if you're a crypto enthusiast or you believe in crypto in general, in my opinion, Velt is going places, and therefore I keep on stacking and dollar cost averaging it every time I get some kind of an income or whatever. I always put aside, everyone manages their own savings and whatever, and how they put aside their money. But when it comes to the Velt, even if on this call people are not joining the Veltrixa vision and the adventure, keep in mind that coin is in Binance, in MetaMask, and you can grab it there and just keep it and store it, because that project is going places, in my opinion. And again, this is not a finance. I'm very careful all the time, because people sometimes hold you accountable to that. So this is not a financial advice, but the way that things are looking in the project and the people that are behind the project, the conversations that we're having. Again, I always say we invest in people, right? So when I look into a project, I want to see who am I speaking with? Who's the person? What's the brains behind it? And when I see that the brains are there and the ethics are there, and so I say to myself, okay, this looks like a good project that I should keep an eye out to.
And Amir and I were Amir and I were together in Dubai when we met with the founders, and Amir's the one who brought me into the project. Said, "Bro, I got a monster out of Dubai. You got to take a look at this thing." So Veltrixa it
So,
is. Go
so
ahead,
Steve,
Juliana.
maybe it's good to say because there are many AI bots also in MEXC. So what I needed to learn first was that Veltrixa is not just a normal AI trading bot.
No, I
It
don't even call it a bot. I call it
Yeah,
an agent. It's like it's
yes,
the agent.
it's so advanced. It's so upper class. It's
Full mechanism. It's a full thing. It's
it's a
Yeah,
Rolls Royce.
yeah. It's the Rolls Royce. The stuff that you get on MEXC is going to be like, your $5,000 car. Whereas Viltrixa AI is the Rolls Royce. It is
Yeah.
the highest of the highest caliber in AI available right now to the public. The only thing better than
Yeah.
this is if you get institutional trading AI agents, but then
Yeah.
you're going to have to cough up several $1,000,000 to do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Diana.
Yeah, because I didn't understand why until I understood that, okay, the reason why this AI engine in Veltrixa is so great is because it has the right data
Yes.
to do all the math for you. And it's not that hard to make an AI bot, actually, but the knowledge that this AI needs to have to make the right trades, that's what's the difference with Veltrixa, because it has this amazing database, the greatest of all probably, why this is running so well.
Well, yeah, not only that, but the AI that they're running is now making its own decisions and improving itself. That's the whole. When I met with Amir in Amsterdam when we did that project, it wasn't even close to this capability. Not even close.
yeah.
This is like I can't believe how powerful and how fast we have come. One last thing I want to share, and we're going to go over this maybe later on during the week, but I'm just going to tease it out there. Then I want to ask my son something. But this is a project called WeFi. This is a decentralized bank. This is being run by Reeve Collins. Reeve Collins, friends, is the founder. He created the stable coin, right? And what they're doing now, they're in a pre-launch. He's creating. The problem is going from a traditional bank into crypto. Very problematic. So what he's creating is the bridge, right? Just like he created USDT, the stable coin, the bridge between Bitcoin and real world purchases. He's creating a bridge now between traditional banks and the crypto world. Amir and I love this. We love the token, WFI. I'm mining the token. Amir's not. So I'm going to show you how Amir and Rihanna, you're in this as well, right?
Yes, I have it.
I just love
I
always
was
buying coins whenever they're even that's what I'm saying. Like even people, even if you're not, you don't have to go all in every time to these projects, but supporting them from the sideline is like it's like okay, you got Barcelona, you can be a team player, you can be the guy in the side yelling yeah and get some coins out of that, right? This is kind of how it is, and if you can buy these coins on big exchanges, and when you can see them that they're on these exchanges and you get such an early entry to the
Yeah.
project. This is what we wanted to do in the bigger picture in this community
Oh,
that
yeah.
we're building right now. This
So
is exactly what we want to build. There's so many opportunities out there. We just want to bring it to you in a nice ribbon.
this right here is a beautiful buy signal. This to me is like, oh, buy me, please. So there's two ways you can get involved in WeFi. One is you could do what Amir has done, which is go directly to an exchange and buy WeFi tokens. The other way you can do it is you can mine the tokens. So you actually buy the WeFi tokens right now at 60 cents and you mine them. So, and over a period of time between 1 year and 5 years, you get these tokens. Link is below for you to register. We're going to go over all of this in detail over the next week, maybe a couple of weeks. But there's some big projects that we are aware of. The last time I went live, I showed this new emerging silver company in Utah that just got the rights to this new silver lode that they discovered in Utah. And another big project that's coming out is the tokenization of gold and silver. So let me tell you what that means. Right now, mining companies have to get land, They have to go into the ground and they have to pull the gold out. And before they do that, they do research on the land. And they say, okay, there's $1 billion of gold. It's going to cost us 300 million to get it out. So they do the math. With tokenization, what they do now is they go on a piece of land and they say there's $1 billion of gold there. We don't need to dig it out. We're going to tokenize it. We're going to put it on the blockchain. So now you can get the gold without actually mining it out. That is a big deal. Veltrixa guys, they're all into the tokenization of real estate. And one last thing, Judah, I want to ask you, you're in Veltrixa, you're in WeFi, you also trade. For people who are just starting out, what do you recommend?
I think Veltrixa is by far the easiest, in my opinion.
It
You
is.
put your money in and you get every week, every month, you get something in return. It's a great profit, in my opinion.
Agreed. Anyway, so this is the first. Go ahead, Rihanna.
Question from Dwight. I tried to register for
Yeah.
WeFi, but do you need a referral link for that?
You do. We're going to put it in the
Yes.
link. I don't want to really go there right now. I just want to give
Yeah,
people a little bit of what's coming up front, kind of tell them this is where we're headed. I really
Yeah.
want to cover Veltrixa some more. There's something very interesting going on with metals, and we want to make sure people know that we are in a bear market. And then we're going to go into WeFi and some. Amir's got a great meme token project. Wait till you see this. It's going to be unbelievable.
No?
It's an American project. I can't wait to show them that, dude. That's going to be awesome.
Yes, yes,
So-
yes.
The cool thing, what I love about Amir, he is on the front. He's the spearhead, right? He is at the very front of all new projects coming out, right? He's in and out of Dubai. He's in the technology capital of the world. And so he's got his hands on a lot of projects. And I love that because he brings them to me and I get to see which ones are the juiciest. And now with
Steven is my plumb. Steven is my plumber. You know, every time I have a project that comes to me, I run it with Steven and I'm like, bro, I did my filtering. Okay. I went to their offices. And I'm a very energetic person. So I come to their offices very guerrilla style. Don't fuck with me. So and then I bring it to Steven. I'm like, bro, I did my due diligence, but can you do your due diligence 1 second and see if the blockchain and those contracts and everything is properly structured? And then whatever Steven says, yeah, this looks like something very good. Then I start, you know, going into the office a little bit more and chunking down more for us. But that's what I love doing. I love bringing the technology to you directly. That's what I love doing.
And I love vetting them. Here's a good cool thing is we only bring to you the projects that we've tested, right? There's nothing we're going to bring to you that we are not in and that we have not met with the owners with. We every project we know the owners, we know the management team.
And we put them on the spot too. So
bro, but
as much as we can, you trust me.
No, you should. If you guys heard our calls with the Veltrixa team, we hammer them. We are very, very not aggressive, but we're very demanding.
It's like I'm just doing what I've been taught, right? So the way I was brought to be a leader and to be a major in my military, right? So because I'm an officer, my soldiers get the best, and then I go to sleep, right? So
yeah,
that's the mentality also here. First of all, the people that I brought are very, very important to us. Then I can be happy with the Veltrixa guys. Once you guys are happy, then I can be okay with you guys. So it requires for what Rihanna said to happen. It requires for what Steven says to happen. And that's why I love being on this call as well.
Yeah, and we got something really special. I love this team here. We've got a broad range. We're going to do this Monday through Friday. Gary, I'm going to jump on with you. He's late. There's my boy, Gary Johnson. We can also meet up tomorrow, Gary, if that's okay. Is that fine? Same time tomorrow? So I'll meet you tomorrow. So this is the first of many. We're going to tighten it up. We're going to have like a real call schedule, what we're going to go over. And then we're going to create a private group, VIP group, where we're going to give call signals. And we're going to cover it in the YouTube channel. We're going to have stuff just for Veltrixa, just for WeFi, just for the meme tokens. We're going to talk about Veltrixa staking tomorrow because this is a big one. Staking's coming out 20, 30 points per year. But I will tell you, Judah and I we've done the technical analysis, and Amir and I have spoken with the owner. When you look at the staking, typically the first 3 months at 10x's, and that's fully what I'm expecting with the Veltrixa staking. This is not a guarantee. It's not financial advice. But if Judah does a technical analysis and Amir and I speak to the owners of what's upcoming, and we look at the previous tokens that did this, we know it's 10xing in the first quarter after it launches. And we're hoping that this week it'll launch. And if it does, we should bring Abhishek on to talk about, here's the staking program. We should bring the owner on. Talk about
100%. 100%.
You know, and let the owner tell you about the staking program. We're very excited about this. God bless you guys.
It's technology, so I accept the fact that it takes longer. You know how it is with developers.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is what I love about bringing technology to usage, because you always have, it's like bringing art and putting business on art, because they always want to take more and more time, because it's never the right time. It's never ready. It can always be better. It can always be improved. Right. But we're here to make money. So I'm a developer, you know?
Yeah, the developers are always like, it's not ready. It can be better, but it can be better always.
I know it could.
Whereas we're like, well, let's just go with what we got. So tomorrow, same time, 12 noon or 6 p.m. Central Europe or 9 p.m. Pacific. And we're going to go deeper into Veltrixa, and we're going to go deeper into staking. We find not for U.S. people. Is that true? WeFi is not working for Americans. Interesting. Even more reason, that just gets me, that's even more reason for me to invest some more money in there. That's a good sign. When America's turning something down, that's when I know it's good. Right? They've been criticizing and blacklisting Bitcoin for 5, 6 years, 10 years. That's how you know it's good. Right? So something good's coming out of that. Hopefully I can bring Reeve Collins on. That's the founder. I'm going to bring him on. He's got the Royal Bank of Canada behind him. He's got European central banks. He's got United Arabs central banking coming in. So he's got big players behind him. And the guy created the freaking stable coin. So he's smart, right?
It's crazy.
We'll talk about that. CryptoCrush. This is what we're calling it right now. We're going to go live next week, hopefully on the socials. So it'll be through YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter, TikTok. For now, it's tight. It's a small group just to test it out. Any comments, any suggestions, please text me, Rihanna or Judah or Amir. God bless you guys. And don't get greedy, right? Take your profits. Don't get greedy. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace out, man.